Hello, Patriots. This is I, the Questioning Patriot, back again for another video. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click the like button and the subscribe button, ring the bell. That's what everybody always says, so I'll say it too. But today I found a news article that I had to talk about because it got me hot and bothered. It's going to get me jumping on my soapbox. And that is the Senate Democrats 201, which I don't think is proper English, refused to defend George Washington's statue. This is a new one from the dailycaller.com. And I'll read you the first little blurb. Every Democrat in the Senate has refused to say whether they support the removal of George Washington statues across the United States. They have remained mum on the topic, other than Democratic Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, who said we should listen to the argument. So first and foremost, I applaud Senator Tammy Duckworth. I think her viewpoint is incredibly stupid for even considering it, but at least she has the balls to say one way or another whether she will consider it. And this is some big names here. We're talking Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Chuck Schumer. We got a lot of heavy hitters on this list, but this absolutely has to stop. This woke bull crap that is going on right now has to stop before it's going to cost us billions of dollars, and I'll explain in a second. So first and foremost, I want to start with my opinion, which is that I have no issues with us taking down, all these Confederate leaders and Confederate statues and all that kind of stuff, because those men were quite literally trying to take over America. They were, for all intents and purposes, terrorists who were trying to take over America. Now, George Washington, are you kidding me right now? This was the guy who was out there in the freezing cold, eating his own frickin' horses, trying to make sure that America could be a thing, and you pissants want to come in and start tearing down his statues because you want to prove how woke you are? Don't even get me started. Now, I looked on the Wikipedia, and the guy's got hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of statues. Well, because, he's the first president of the United States, and he's one of our greatest war heroes in all of history. So, yeah, we tend to kind of like the guy, which means the logistics of tearing down all these statues is going to cost millions, if not billions of dollars, but that's not where it stops, because here's the thing. If we give up this inch right now and say, okay, George Washington, maybe he was a piece of crap because he owned slaves, which I don't personally agree with, because, you got to judge these things based on the time period. It's the same reason why you can't compare Pistol Pete to Michael Jordan to LeBron James, because they all played in different time periods and society was different. But here's what I'm going with. If you go with George Washington, that immediately means that you need to tear down everything with Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Andrew Johnson, and Ulysses S. Grant, because those were all other presidents who owned slaves. So now we were talking about literal billions of dollars that we are going to have to spend to tear down these statues. But it doesn't stop there, folks, because if we allow them to tear down these statues, they're going to say, okay, we tore down the statues. What else has George Washington's face on it? Because if you look in your pocket, I got a hint for you. Our currency, half of our freaking currency has people who own slaves on it. So if you are going to say that we are going to completely change our currency system and start reprinting this or getting rid of this currency, we are now talking about tens of billions of dollars that, I don't know, could be used on our homeless or our veterans or on any number of other things in the future. And with these woke pissants are trying to waste this money on tearing down these statues, and it's a very slippery slope. That's what I'm trying to get here, and hopefully I was able to get my viewpoint across convincingly, because like I said, this is something that gets me hot, it gets me bothered. I'm a big fan of George Washington and of history, but let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? What do you think about all these Democrats who are refusing to defend George Washington statues? Let's get a polite discourse going down below, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch the video.